whatever this little fierce woman had near her hand, she used it and she nos daba un chingadazo. Hispanic Heritage Month, everyone. It is finally September 15th and I am so excited because I feel like I've been waiting for this date since like 2 months ago, because I have a couple videos planned specifically to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. And for those of you that aren't familiar with this term, it is pretty much a month-long celebration from September 15th to October 15th, where we get to really showcase and celebrate the contributions that Hispanics have made to this country. And you know what? I'm not even just gonna limit to Hispanics. So whether you consider yourself Hispanic or whether you consider yourself Latino, we are one. We are all part of one big community. So I say you rep your flags, you rep your culture, you share how beautiful it is with everyone around you, especially right now during this time that we are living in. There's a lot of hate, there's a lot of racism, there's a lot of negativity against our community, and we have so much to offer, so much more than a lot of those people filled with hate and negativity against us can begin to imagine. So I say you go out and you be proud of your roots, proud of your origin, whether you were born in these specific Latin American countries or whether you consider yourself Hispanic, or you are a descendant of someone that was. Regardless of whatever it is, rep your flag, rep your colors, rep your culture, share the beauty of it, because that is what this month is all about. So to get started with my Hispanic Heritage Month series, I decided to do the Hispanic Heritage Month tag. And what that is, it's, I came across this video on YouTube from Rocio from RisasRizos, and it's pretty much 10 questions that she developed with another YouTuber to really celebrate how your culture has had an influence on who you are. So these are 10 questions, and I will be linking the questions down below as well as the video by her if you're interested in checking it out. So let's get started. Question number 1. Is there an embarrassing memory you had as a child about your heritage? And for me personally, one that I remember is when I would take lunch to school and my mom would pack like a torta con frijoles y queso fresco, and I was like, oh, Mom, why are you doing this to me? I'm gonna look weird. But I still thought it was so good and I wanted to eat it. I just didn't want to feel uncomfortable eating it because all the other like white kids are like, what is that? But now, like, I will take a torta con queso fresco y frijoles anywhere. Question number 2. Is there anything about your heritage that you've always wanted to learn more about? Yes, so much. Hay tanto. Okay, so my parents were pretty poor growing up. They did not have a lot of access to education when they were little. So I think because of that, they really weren't able to offer me much when it came to the history of Mexico. So pre-colonial times where like the Aztecas and the Mayas ruled, oh my God, all of that fascinates me, especially because my name is Aztec, Citlali. And I also want to learn about the food, about the cuisine, la gastronomía. Because when I started watching Taco Chronicles on Netflix, I realized like, holy cow, this is an art. Like, this is literally an art. There's history and there's like passion and there's culture and there's family, like into all of these recipes, these traditional Mexican recipes. And that really inspired me to start kind of like on my quest to really understand my culture's food more. And instead of just eating it, like really being able to be knowledgeable. Question number 3. What's one tool your mom used to discipline you with when you were a child? Oh, todo. Literally everything. Everything and anything that my mom could get a grab on or a handle on or a hand on, whatever you want to say, she used it. Like la chancla, el diccionario, la cuchara, el sartén, el plato, like whatever this little fierce woman had near her hand, she used it and she nos daba un chingadazo. Question number 4. Who is your favorite Hispanic hero? Ooh, okay, so this is a tie between 3 fierce females. So let's start with the first one. Obviamente Frida Kahlo, because that girl was just such a radical woman for her time, and she just owned all of her femininity, but with such a strong feminist side. And that, I can't even imagine how hard that must have been in old day Mexico. That I give her props for, and I shall always admire her for it. Second is la reina de la cumbia, Selena Quintanilla, que en paz descanse. So I feel like I can relate to Selena because she was a Mexican American as well. She used the best of both worlds that she grew up in and really created this amazing community, just filled of positivity, of pride for their culture, es el orgullo por su cultura, and till this day, she is an icon. And third is Jenny Rivera. Ooh, Jenny Rivera, esa sí fue una cabrona. Okay, so Jenny, que en paz descanse también. But she was such, oh my God, she was such a badass. I love her. Dijera mi mami, tenía los huevos bien puestos, you know? Like, she was not afraid to say what was on her mind. She was not afraid to go up against anyone, male or female. And she had a very rough upbringing, but even that, she did not let it conquer her, or she did not become the victim of her past. She was determined to be the owner of her future. And she's just, like I said, she is such a badass. Question number 5. Is there any other Latin American country that you want to visit? Oh, yes, all of them. Next year, I am determined to go to Chile and Puerto Rico. I feel like Puerto Rico, especially after the hurricane, has just been so devastated, and I really want to go back and try to rebuild, contribute to their economy. And I'm just excited because both of those countries are something completely different than I am used to. Question number 6. What's one moment in your life where you felt the most orgullosa to be Latina? Ooh, okay, so I think for me, it was really when I graduated college. Okay, so at my college, they have a Latino commencement ceremony, and this ceremony, guys, oh, es tan bello. It is so beautiful. They have like mariachi music playing, live mariachi music, and you see these students carrying out all the different countries that represent Latin America, and they carry these big tall flags with such pride and such orgullo and everything. I just like looked out, and it was just like a sea of students of different color, of different nationalities, and we were all there celebrating the fact that regardless of our struggles, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of how many papers we failed, of how many exams we did not pass, we did it. We did it in the end. Sí se pudo, and it was just such a beautiful and emotional moment. Like, I'm just an emotional person in general. Till this day, though, it is by far one of the most precious experiences that I could have ever been a part of. What's your favorite recipe from your abuelita? Ooh, okay, my abuelita cooks really, really good, but, and she is like a hardcore, old school, like, abuelita mexicana, you know, like the ones that'll be haciendo las tortillas a mano. Well, actually, since she got a cell phone, she's changed, but she still does a lot of traditional things. Ahora está en el Face, she's like stuck on Facebook. So, you know, her priorities are a little different because it's not her family no more. But jokes aside, I love su arroz con leche. So if you don't know what arroz con leche is, it's pretty much this, it's rice and milk, but it kind of gets like this pudding-ish thick texture. Well, I like it thick, and she makes it like that. And it just, it reminds me of home. Me recuerda de la casita, así que It's very special to me. Question number 8. What musical artist brings back childhood memories? Hands down, Los Ángeles Azules. Cumbia, 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 like that is what I grew up listening to. I hear one of their songs and I'm instantly transported back to when I'm 3. So many classic songs with them, whether it's like Mi Niña Mujer, Mujer Niña, Mi Niña Mujer, El Listón de tu Pelo, Suelta, El Listón de tu Pelo, or Cómo te voy a olvidar, Sin una rosa estás tú. Question number 9. What piece of history about your culture had a profound effect on you growing up? So this, I had very limited options to choose from here because, like I mentioned at the beginning of the first or second question, I did not grow up being very knowledgeable when it came to Mexican history. So to me, not having that much exposure, I can only really think of one, and that was El Día de Independencia de Mexico. In my hometown, they do fiestas patrias, and in that they do El Grito. I feel like that though, even though it's not exactly the way it is in Mexico, just being able to be exposed to that, to me was very wonderful growing up because it highlighted a piece of my culture that I didn't learn in school. And I'm actually really excited because around this time this video goes up, I'm gonna be in Mexico con mi papá. I'm gonna be in Mexico with my dad, and I'm finally gonna get to celebrate Mexican Independence Day in Mexico, and I'm so excited. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. So for the final question, number 10, what do you want to pass down to your children about your heritage? Ooh, I would say el orgullo, the pride of their ancestors, of their roots, of their tradition, to always, 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 siempre be proud of all of this that makes them who they are, regardless of their being born in Mexico or Colombia or like whatever Latin American country. They don't have to be born in those countries to still feel very proud of their family and their roots and their cuisine and their traditions and their culture, because that's something that's carried en el corazón, in your heart, and you don't need anyone else to validate that or justify it for you. All right guys, so that's it. There you go, the 10 questions that make up the Hispanic Heritage Month tag. I encourage you, if you are Hispanic or Latino or whatever you consider yourself, if you fall within this community, is to try to answer these questions, upload a video, use the hashtag, share it with others. And with that being said, let me know your thoughts on some of the questions. If you can relate to them, if there was something a little different about your upbringing, I would love to learn about you guys. And don't forget to follow me on social media if you aren't already. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel also, so you can take a look at the videos that I have planned coming up for the rest of Hispanic Heritage Month. Until next time, remember to be the change you wish to see. Ciao!